Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys the weekly twin flame reading. So this is going to be for the date December 17th to Sunday the 23rd. So that is Monday the 17th through December 23rd. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to check some divine masculine and divine feminine energies as well as the connection and just basically see where things are at. So these readings will not resonate with everybody who watches them. So just take what resonates and get rid of what does not. All right, let's get into it. I'll go ahead and let you guys know what I'm using as I am shuffling them. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with these right here. This is my Twin Flame Oracle. Any of the decks that I've created, I'll put a link in the description box below if you guys are interested. Also, if you're international, just email me personally. Go ahead and check that description box, and I will go ahead and send you a special link to order. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these back up here. Twin Flame Shadows. Twin Flame Messages. Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. This right here is called the Tarot Ground Luxe by Ciro Marchetti. And for the masculine today, I'm going to go ahead and use the Arcanum Tarot. To represent the feminine, we're going to go ahead and use the Tarot de la Nuit. And I know I'm not saying that correctly, but that's okay. That's the American way to say it. And we're going to be using the Archangel guidance cards from Doreen Virtue, as well as the Grace cards by Cheryl Richardson. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the very first thing that we're going to take a look at is the masculine's energy. So let's just go ahead and see what his overall energy is for the week. So we're going to go ahead and grab 3 tarot for this. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Justice, and we have the 8 of Cups. I'm just going to go ahead and get an overall theme with a card here. We have the answer is yes. Interesting. So to me, immediately, this just means that the answer is yes, that the masculine is needing to basically move. He's needing to move forward. That Knight of Pentacles energy is a slow-moving energy. It just means that this knight is just kind of sitting there, taking his time, contemplating, not really making a decision. And we can see with the Justice energy being in the reverse position that a decision needs to be made. And the decision that needs to be made is, yes, I need to basically move forward. I need to walk away. So what the hell does this have to do with? Because I'm sure that there's some feminines out there watching this and saying, well, is he trying to walk away from me? So let's go ahead and clarify what this has to do with, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and grab a Knight of Pentacles. We also have this 9 of Pentacles, and it may have shown up reverse, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. And 7 of Cups. And another clarifier for the yes. Interesting, received. So what I'm getting from this is that the masculine is definitely receiving some sort of like a higher self message when it comes to what he should do. All right. The 7 of Cups has to do with things that are an illusion. This is an energy here where, you know what, I got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of choices, a lot of confusion, maybe even a lot of just fantasy kind of thinking, and I need to get my head straight. So it may be that the masculine needs to move forward, disconnect, whether it's from you or another person, in order to get his head straight, because he really does need to work on himself is what I'm getting with this 9 of Pentacles energy. The 9 of 9, I should say, 9, not knight, 9 of Pentacles is an energy where we need to really focus on working on ourselves. We really need to build ourselves up. We need to take care of ourselves. So this 3 of Wands energy, this is a card of a delay. Something's not happening. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands reverse combination to me is that energy that's telling me that the masculine can't be in this energy of not doing anything anymore. That's not going to work. He needs to make a decision, and that decision really needs to be to work on himself. So whatever that's going to entail, whether that means that he's going to disconnect perhaps from a situation like maybe a karmic partnership, if that applies, or if he needs to walk away from the connection with you, there's self-work that needs to be done, because this masculine can no longer stay in this energy of having all of this energy in a bunch of cups. Sometimes the Seven of Cups can be an indication of somebody that has too many choices. And when we have too many choices and our energy scattered all over the place, it's very difficult to feel grounded. And I'm seeing that the masculine does need to make a decision to be more grounded. So the answer is yes, that the masculine does need to disconnect and go off and basically figure out his shit. That's what I'm getting here. So some feminines out there may not want to hear that, but it may be that you need to let your masculine go for a little bit of time so that way he can work on himself. Now, for some of you out there that are in the kind of situation where you're waiting on your masculine perhaps to leave a karmic partnership, this is an energy that's saying he's receiving the information that he does need to get out of that situation, and he needs to do it for his own good. It's not even for your connection. He needs to do it for himself first and foremost, and you want him to make that decision based on himself. If he makes the decision based on you, then there's this energy here possibly of, projecting whatever's maybe happening or whatever, kind of consequences come from that may be projected or blamed onto you. So you definitely don't want that. You want the masculine to leave of his own accord if that pertains to your situation. If you guys are not waiting on a masculine who is with another person right now, this is just the masculine that just needs to get his shit together. And the only way that he can do that perhaps is to possibly go in another direction for now. So this isn't really an energy that I see that the masculine is choosing the feminine this week. I really see that this is more of an energy that he is choosing himself. And now that we have the answer is yes here, I've received, this confirms for me that some masculines may be making a significant move or a change for the better this week. So that's a good thing. Making a decision, something that's been hanging in the balance for a while, some kind of stuck energy, some kind of movement is happening this week is what I'm seeing with this Eight of Cups energy. We're coming out of confusion. We're coming out of anything that has been holding us back, okay? Yes, of course, this could be towards the feminine, but I really am heavily seeing that Nine of Pentacles energy as the masculine just kind of sitting in his own energy for at least a minute, before he runs to his feminine. And that's a good thing. You want him to do that. You don't want him to run from, one situation to the next, or from being totally cold to hot. That kind of an energy there is a little unstable. So we want to make sure that the masculine comes forward in that Nine of Pentacles energy, as in when he's feeling good and when he's feeling ready. That's what I'm getting for the masculine. So why don't we go ahead now and take a look at the feminine's overall energy for the week. Let's take a look. So we're going to go into these cards here for her. We have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles in reversed. Same position, you guys. Very interesting. And the Two of Pentacles. So let's get an overall energy here. Interesting barrier. Okay, so the feminine is feeling a little bit more, I'm getting mixed energy here, okay? I am getting, yes, she's coming out of Two of Pentacles energy, meaning reversed. I'm no longer juggling something around. I'm no longer confused. I'm coming out of this blocked state, this barrier. Nine of Pentacles, though, it's really taken a toll on you, and that might be one of the reasons why you're choosing to do this week. You're really choosing to come out of any kind of barrier, anything that's been holding you back. So if you haven't really been able to focus on yourself because you're so focused on, let's just say, for example, you're masculine. You're coming out of that energy this week. You're going to put more focus into fresh energy with that Ace of Wands. You're going to make time for yourself. You're going to make time for exciting things. You're going to make time to have fun and to feel good. You don't want to be in the stuck energy anymore. So let's go ahead and do some clarifiers here. Oh, interesting. Look, Two of Pentacles. Because that's the thing. The Two of Pentacles here, you've already been in this energy and it's been blocking you. You don't want that anymore. So the Two of Pentacles is telling you Ace of Wands is where it's at. Not this Two of Pentacles crap. You're not going to go back and forth anymore. That hasn't been making you feel good. Five of Pentacles, exactly. You don't want to be shut out anymore. You don't want to feel, left out in the cold. You're tired of that energy. You're coming out of that energy this week. You're going into the Ace of Wands. You're releasing these barriers, these things that have been holding you back. And Four of Cups, exactly. So whatever has not worked out. See, I see the Four of Cups as an energy that, maybe we offered our cup to somebody and they're just kind of like, or they said no, flat out. And so you just kind of have to sit with that energy. And you just have to accept that maybe somebody is not ready, or maybe the masculine is just, not feeling it right now. So you've got to basically, rather than keeping that or letting that hold you back and keeping you stuck and keeping you feeling kind of shitty about yourself, it's a time to just concentrate on other things. Concentrate on things that you can control, things that you can do. And that's fresh new energy, ideas, creativity, feeling good, feeling in your energy. Okay? Let's get an overall card here for the barrier. Yeah, see, look at this. You're going into your power this week. That's what I'm seeing, feminines. You're going into your power. You're no longer, you're done with this. You're done with Two of Pentacles. You're done with feeling left out in the cold, and you're done with feeling rejected. You're tired of it. It hasn't been making you feel good. It hasn't been empowering you. You're stepping into your power this week. Okay. And I can already see here that the masculine has been stuck for a little bit of time. And so, yes, that's great that he's receiving an answer. He's receiving clarity this week, that he may be clearing some things up. He may be doing something, but guess what? He has to work on himself first and foremost. And it looks like you do too. Okay. So I see the masculine and the feminine mirroring each other this week, but in different ways. So let's go ahead and take a look at the connection. What is going on within the connection? With the Magician, fantastic. Ooh, the Three of Coins. And the Eight of Cups, you guys. The Eight of Cups already came up in this reading, so it's significant in this reading. So this is what I'm getting here. People are not walking away from the connection. So it's being confirmed here, because I know that when I had said that earlier, some feminines out there were probably going like, what do you mean my masculine's walking away from me? Not necessarily. I'm seeing that if he does, it's temporary. The reason why is because people need to step into their own power, the Magician's energy, and the Three of Coins is about you guys are working together as a team. Okay? You guys are working together as a team in the material world. It's teamwork. That's what it is. It's more than one person. It's a collaboration of energies. It's the masculine and the feminine working together towards the same goal. So if people need to kind of disconnect for a little bit of time to do that in order to step into their own power so they can create the things that they want to create in a positive way, then fantastic. Go for it. Let that happen. Okay. We don't want to fight that. We may want to fight that when the Eight of Cups is here, but we may not want to let go of somebody. We may be fearful if we let them go, they're never going to return. But guess what? If it's a divine connection and you're meant to be with this person, then it's going to happen. So try to have a little bit more faith. Okay. It's not about having blind faith either. It's not about deluding yourself. That's not the energy I'm talking about. But if you feel in your heart space that this is your masculine and that you're on this twin flame journey and you're here to better yourself and you are really understanding the twin flame journey, then you're going to know what I mean by you have faith that your masculine isn't really going anywhere. And so you are okay and safe to do this work that you need to do, as well as letting your masculine do what he needs to do on this journey. Because you guys are both here for, you know, empowering yourselves, to better yourselves, to evolve, to ascend. So people are going to step into their power in this connection. They're going to make this connection work for them. Even if they're not together, they're still very powerful creators on their own. They are co-creating together, even though they may not be together. I hope that that makes sense. And the Eight of Cups means that people, even if they temporarily step away, they're going to come back. That's what I'm getting here. That's why it's coming up in this connection here. So let's go ahead and clarify some energy with that Magician. See, the thing is, we are getting out of any kind of victim mentality, anything that's been holding us back. We have the power of the Magician now, okay? We can be a victim, yes. We can create that reality if we want to. We can stay stuck, absolutely. We are creators, so we can create bad or good. We can create positive or negative. It's up to us. We are the masters of our own universe. So what Spirit is saying is that, you know what? If you're feeling like a victim, if you're feeling tied, you're feeling bound, you're feeling crappy, you're feeling down in your energy, you can get out of that energy. People don't need to be in this energy, okay? So that even goes for the masculine too, because I'm assuming that I'm speaking to only feminines here, but this goes for the masculine too. The masculine, whatever is holding him back, whatever is keeping him down, this is an energy that we have the ability to get out of that energy. We are powerful. We just have to recognize that. So, and it may be through hard work in the physical world that we find ourselves, that we find our power, that we take our power back. Three of Coins, see? The Three of Coins is going to balance the scales. So that's why I really got this energy here. Of course, you know, this is the masculine and the feminine working together to balance out the energy of the relationship. So it's a working phase of the connection right now. It's not really a time, you know, for everybody to come together in union. It may be that for some people, and for others, we're just still working on ourselves. We're working on ourselves to better ourselves for the future of union, perhaps. Okay? And the Eight of Cups energy here. Summer. Beautiful. Somebody may return in the summer. Okay, somebody may return in the summer, because the Eight of Cups means that somebody may be coming back. And so now that we have an actual time marker, summer, you guys. So wherever you guys are at in the world, this could be current energy for you here in the States. It is winter, so this is a couple of seasons away. So you may have something to look forward to. So in the meantime, just do you, work on you, do the things that you want to do, create and manifest the things that you've been wanting to work on. We already saw it for the feminine here. We already saw that she's in this Ace of Wands energy. This is your time, Divine Feminines, to create something, to balance out your life, to get things in check. You know, that's what I'm getting. It's beautiful. So the connection looks pretty good to me. So now let's go ahead and take a look and see what is the masculine's energy towards his feminine and what are some things that he wants to say to her from his higher self. Let's take a look. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is the Knight of Cups is an offer. It's like, I want to share my cup with you. But we can see a hesitation with the reversed position. And now we have the Hanged Man right next to it. This just means I feel stuck. I feel like I'm in a position where I cannot do this right now. Now, the Hermit being in reverse position, again, Hermit is a very slow moving energy. Okay, it's not rushed energy. We must go within for our answers, and we can already see that the masculine is needing to do this. He is needing to find his own strength on his own with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? We want him to come back as the Knight of Pentacles, which is somebody who is ready, somebody who is stable, but this is going to take time. So the Hermit being in the reverse position means that the masculine is still not seeing something. He's still not getting it. He's still not understanding. He still hasn't learned a lesson or mastered a lesson, okay? So how he's feeling towards his feminine right now, it's on hold. He might be numb right now. It doesn't mean he feels nothing for his feminine, but it just means that right now he's purposely putting his feelings on hold for his feminine. I can see it with the Hanged Man and this numbing card. So let's get some clarifiers. But look, Three of Pentacles is now coming up for the second time in this reading. So again, this does remind the feminines out there watching this video that even though your masculine isn't coming towards you in this emotional offering you this his cup of love kind of a way, he is working on himself. You guys are working together. And I always see this card here as like this is a divine teacher or an angel, and here's the masculine and feminine just kind of like, you know, listening to a lesson to kind of figure out how they're going to work on their connection. It's like a counselor to me in a way. So that's just what I'm seeing here, is that the masculine and the feminine are working together in the physical world, maybe not actual physically together, but energetically they are working together towards the same goal. That beautiful top pentacle there. It's beautiful. Hanged Man. See, Page of Pentacles. I can't offer you something right now. There's either a situation or something I have going on or some sort of circumstance within me or a feeling or something that I need to heal that's holding me back from being able to offer you this Page of Pentacles energy. So there's something that's holding the masculine back. He cannot offer you this page, or he cannot offer you this pentacle right now. He has to work on his own pentacle first, which is why the Nine of Pentacles showed up. See, Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is an energy here where, you know, this is about marriage to me. You know, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles is marriage to me. But the Ten of Pentacles to me is like, you know, long-term. Like, this is it. This is the deal. This is, you know, long-term commitment. Let's retire. Let's, you know, move forward to the end of our days together, kind of, and an energy. Have kids together, that sort of thing. Ten of Pentacles here being in the reverse position, again, just tells me that if you feminines out there, you're looking for this Ten of Pentacles with this masculine here, he's just not ready yet. That's just what I'm getting. He's just not ready yet. And I know you guys are tired of hearing it, but I'm sorry. I don't make it up. That's why I do all the cards on camera, is because I want you guys to see here that, you know, I picked this card, I picked that card. This is the way it's coming out here. So the masculine is just in the energy where he is just not ready. He's just not ready. But we have fresh starts. So this is Spirit's way of telling you it will not always be this way. We did see possibly somebody returning in the summer. So there is an opportunity perhaps when, you know, fresh start. This is like springtime. This, you know, things are sprouting into bloom. Things are coming into bloom. So there's an energy here where things will not always be this way. Things will not always be this way. So it's about just allowing the masculine to basically get through what he needs to get through. And does that mean in the meantime that you put your life on hold and that you just wait around and do nothing? Hell no, that does not what it means, okay? So just because it's a twin flame doesn't mean that this is the only person that is going to basically give you your happiness in this lifetime. There are other things that will provide happiness for you. Some of that may come in the form of your life purpose. Some of that may come in the form of your friends, your family, children, if you have them, or maybe even perhaps in the form of a lover if you guys wanted to take on, you know, a lover and you're not using somebody in the meantime. It's just that we all have free will to basically express ourselves and to feel happy in this lifetime. So it is all up up to us. But that's what I'm getting here for how he is feeling towards his feminine. The thoughts are there. That's what I'm getting here. The thoughts are there because when I see all pentacles, this tells me here that there's definitely an energy where the masculine can see himself with you, especially with this card here. But the problem is that he's too busy numbing out his energies, or he's too busy not seeing something right now because he's got something else going on. One of the two is causing him to not be able to do the work right now to bring forth this fresh new start for you. But it's there. It's a part of this energy that's tied to you, that's connected to you. So the potential is there, but it is up to the masculine to clear this energy and to get on board with this in order to, help to make this happen. And when I say help to make this happen, the masculine isn't making anything happen. You are co-creating with the masculine as well. And so your energy and your vibration and your soul work, it counts towards this connection too. So we can't just sit back and say, hey, you know what? I'm all ascended. I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting for my masculine. That's not the way it works. You got to do stuff too. You got to co-create. You got to move forward. You got to work on yourself. You got to continue to live your life and learn lessons and ascend. This will also energetically help your masculine to do the same. So for those of you that are sitting around just waiting for somebody and praying for somebody and meditating for somebody to come back, it's just not enough. It's not enough. We got to get out into the world. We got to get out into the world and move forward, create energy that flows, that propels us and this connection and hopefully our masculine right along the trail. Okay? So let's go ahead and get some words here. What are some words or thoughts that the masculine wants to share with the feminine right now? I got spooked. So this is an energy here where, you know what, again, I'm afraid. This is just something that it freaked me out, this intensity of this connection. I'm not ready for this kind of a connection. I'm just afraid. So that's what that card means when we bring it up. I got spooked. It means I got scared. So I'm numbing myself out. I'm numbing this. I'm pretending like there's no great connection here. Because some of you may be dealing with an individual that's ghosted you or that has even told you, I feel nothing for you. You're crazy. This is fear. This is fear. And so when people feel afraid of the intensity of these types of connections, they will go into silent mode. They will go into numbing. They will even project sometimes. They will say things that cause us to feel like we're nuts. So this is an energy that's, the higher self of this masculine is telling the feminine watching this video that he is just afraid. At the end of the day, at the core of it all, he's just afraid. That's what it is. That's where it's stemming from. Afraid. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look and see how the feminine is feeling or viewing the masculine. Let's take a look. Wow, very intense energy, you guys, like intense. Death and the Ten of Swords are very similar to me, okay? Death is in the reverse position, though. This is an indication here that there is something that's trying to transform, okay? You realize that your masculine needs to go through some sort of transformation. You know he needs to end either a behavior or a cycle in his life, okay? It may, for some of you out there, this is not going to apply for everybody. It may be that he is in a relationship and he's married, okay? Because I see the Empress here, or he has got kids, one of the two. Or both. That's not going to apply to everybody. So if that applies, great. If it doesn't, so if it applies, you know that relationship needs to come to an end. It needs to be over. It's run its course. And your masculine is having a very difficult time with that the death energy being reversed. Having a hard time letting that go. Having a hard time letting that death happen. Okay? Having a hard time letting, maybe this partner is very toxic. They're holding on. They're manipulating the masculine. We've got kids, money, whatever it is. Maybe there is a feminine energy around the masculine that is, basically holding something over the masculine, causing him to feel grief or pain or guilt or whatever the situation is. Now, that might be one of the reasons, or it is the fact that the masculine is not done with this feminine energy, this person in his life, to basically, he's not ready to let that go yet. So you're seeing this and you're viewing this and you're knowing that something needs to change. So whether it's connected to another person, a partner, or whether it's just in general, The masculine does need to grow. This is also for the feminine that is looking at her masculine and saying she knows that he needs to transform and change and end something, but he's having a difficult time. And the Empress would be that energy of somebody who's very abundant, somebody who feels really good, or somebody that needs to get in touch with their feminine side, and they see the masculine being fully in masculine energy and not in feminine energy at all, not even willing to tap into his intuition or his emotions to even be open to this connection. So that's just what I'm getting here. Interesting how you also see your masculine as you're seeing him online. Okay. You're either seeing him online or you know that he's checking out your stuff on social media. That will apply for some of you, not all of you. You're observing. It could even be that if it's not an online thing, because I have to realize that there's some people that do not do social media at all. Like I don't do Facebook, even though I have a Facebook, but I don't do it at all. And I don't do a personal Instagram either. There's some people that just don't like social media for whatever reason, personal stuff, you know? And so some of you may not be going online looking at social media. Some of your masculines may not have social media. What this would imply, though, is that you are observing the situation from afar. You're observing in the shadows. You're withdrawn. You're kind of hiding, maybe, you know, maybe you're spying in some sort of way, or maybe you're even looking at past pictures and text messages and emails, just kind of trying to figure out or just get some sort of an inclination as to what needs to happen or what needs to change. You're trying to derive some sort of closure off of words or something like that. But there's this huge question mark on this feminine right now who's observing her masculine and really trying to take a look and see what needs to change here, what needs to be transformed. Can this masculine change? Is this masculine going to make me happy if he changes? Can we be happy? Is there a future here? So the feminine is viewing the masculine this week in very heavy observation energy. Let's get clarifiers for death. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. This is an energy here of like an investment. You know, we've invested in something. We've worked hard for something. And the Seven of Pentacles is that energy that sometimes we just need to let it go. So she's viewing the masculine as whatever it is that he's holding on to, whether that's pride, being single, a relationship or a karmic connection that is no longer serving him. Sometimes we just got to admit defeat and let it go. Sometimes we just have to take the loss. Because some masculines may be holding on, if they are in a third-party situation with somebody else, they may be holding on to the aspect of the finances. I don't want to lose my home. I don't want to have to pay alimony or child support. And those are all very valid things. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way. But sometimes we can get so stuck in the energy, sometimes we just got to bite the big bullet. Sometimes we just got to take the loss. So there might be some feminines out there that are looking at their masculines and going, just needs to let it go. He just needs to start fresh. He needs to start over. He needs to stop being so afraid. Maybe some masculines aren't going to be able to survive on their own because they rely on their partner that is supporting them. There's all kinds of energies that are coming at me right now for this. That may not resonate for everybody, but however he's built himself up, even if it has nothing to do with another person, the feminine is viewing the masculine that it just needs to come crumbling down. This is like a tower for some reason that's coming through. Look at this, you guys. The Hermit comes up for a second time now in this reading. A lot of repeat cards here. Ten of Swords, Hermit. So this is the deal. The Hermit is about going in hermit mode, going within, spiritual transformations, epiphanies, examining ourselves, being alone, being in hermit mode. She sees that her masculine is either in this energy where he's withdrawn from her, or she sees that he needs to do this because he's in a situation that's no longer serving him. One of the two. But she sees that he does need to have some sort of spiritual transformation. He does need to basically see something. He needs to be able to evaluate himself in a good way, figure some things out. And we have the Six of Wands, the Empress. So I'm really, really getting that a lot of this has to do with feminines out there that are waiting on their masculines who are involved in a karmic situation, karmic partner. There's no victory here with this person. You know it, your masculine knows it, yet they might still stay stuck in it. They might still hang on to this connection because it's out of security or it's safety or comfortability or whatever. So you're really looking at the cold, hard facts of what's happening here. You know that this has to change. You know that your masculine needs to get out of this situation. You know it. And you're not just thinking it because you would like him to leave that situation. You know deep down in your bones that this is not a good situation for him. Either the partner's toxic or they're toxic together, or your masculine's just simply stagnating and not growing. And as a twin flame, you definitely don't want to see your twin flame just sitting there stagnating and not growing. Because not only is it just taking them down, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all those things. It's not taking your connection down, but it is affecting your connection in a negative way. So we always want to try to push our counterpart in the right direction for themselves, even if it's not towards us at that moment. We're trying to do what's best for each other. And sometimes those decisions don't include being together. That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes those decisions don't include being together, but you do it anyways because you love this person, because you know that you guys are connected and you guys are here for a purpose. So you want yourselves to be in the best possible shape, as possible. That's just what I'm getting here. So yeah, we have grief. Okay. So there's definitely this energy here where either you see your masculine in grief or you're in grief over this. You're in grief because your masculine seems to be in this dark situation or just a dark state to where he's not letting go. He's not transforming. He's not allowing the spiritual transformation to take place. Okay. So you're observing it. And like I said, this energy is kind of scattered for me. Some of you are dealing with the masculine that's in a relationship or just dealing with the karmic partner, or he's alone and he's just still not wanting to let go of the single life, or he's not wanting to let go of any kind of pain or just situations that have affected him to who he is today, and that he is not properly opening himself up to healing and moving forward in a positive way. So like there's some toxicity and darkness that still needs to be handled. And so it could be you feminines where you're just really feeling this energy. And you're also not only feeling it for yourself, but you're seeing that your masculine is in this energy and it's really affecting you. But you're observing it. Some of you are even taking a step back as well. You're deciding, you know what? I can't participate in this third-party situation anymore. The best thing that I could possibly do is disassociate myself and basically disconnect and let my masculine figure it out. Some of you have gotten to that point, and that's why you're looking at this. I'm going to just step aside and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to observe things from afar for now. Sometimes being in the midst of it, nobody wins. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. Sometimes we got to step outside of the situation in order to see what someone's going to do. Are they going to do something? Are they doing something because we're asking them to, or are they doing something because they want to? Sometimes it takes us to have to step away to kind of see what someone's going to do. So that's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get a message that the feminine has for her masculine. How could you still love me after all I've done? The feminine is afraid that her masculine doesn't love her. The feminine is afraid that the masculine is going to forget all about her. How could you love me? This is something about after all I've done. Some feminines may feel a little bit of a guilt or something because something that they said, how they reacted towards the masculine because of a situation. Maybe that was obviously justified for some of you, but still there's might be a little bit of guilt, kind of like, do you still love me? How could you love me after everything that's happened? There's also this energy here of how can I still love you after all you've done? I just got that here. Kind of like the feminines out there are just like almost beating themselves up. How can I still love this person after how many times they've done this and how many times that they've done that? It might drive you crazy that you still feel this love, this insane love and this connection for this person that has hurt you so much. So that's just what the feminine wants to say to the masculine. How could you still love me, or how could I still love you after all you've done to me? I don't know if that helps anybody, but that's what we got. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into some energies of the future. Actually, no, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. Hold on for just a second. What the hell did I do? Oh yeah, we already went into the energies of the connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into future energies of the connection. I got a little lost there. Okay. Future energies of the connection. Beautiful. We have 333 and 222, you guys. And Muse. So, confirmation. Some of you will be getting confirmation through these numbers. So, set your intentions now to where if you do see these numbers, that it's going to be a specific confirmation for you when they show up. Okay? And also what I'm getting to is that something is going to be confirmed or balanced, that you are on the right path, that you are being authentic, that as long as you're being authentic to yourself, you cannot go wrong. Also, there's an energy here of being confirmed about your partnership and paying attention to new people and paying attention to the people that you have in your life right now. So it's calling us. So the future of your connection is calling your attention to pay attention to signs that have to do with being authentic. So authenticity, not only in yourself, but in your connection or the other person, your masculine or feminine, or this partnership, balanced. So it says, pay attention to the new people that are entering in your life and take the time to balance your time and energy in your existing ones. So this is about not being lopsided in your energy moving forward, okay? We still have an obligation, and I did say this earlier. We still have an obligation to go out there and live our lives. We still have an obligation to keep working on ourselves, even if our twin flame is not working on themselves, even if they're stuck. So a great way to basically encourage another person, and if you're energetically connected to your twin flame, which you are, it's going to positively influence them to want to get up and also move forward and do the same. So this is kind of like an encouragement energy I'm getting here for the future. It helps to confirm people that to keep going, to keep moving forward, to keep creating. You know, whatever it is that we put our energy into, we're going to create. That could be positive or negative. But what I'm getting here is it's very authentic, real energy that people are creating in the near future. So they're staying true to themselves. So even if they're not choosing the connection right now, I'm seeing that as long as they're being authentic. Remember, 9 of Pentacles came up for the feminine and the masculine, and the masculine had it in the upright, which means that that's where his energy really needs to be. That's where the focus really needs to be, is on himself. So if he's living in his truth and he's being authentic to who he truly is, then he's going to be operating from that energy and making decisions based on that. And so he's going to be creating a lot of beautiful things. He's going to be creating a lot more balance in his partnerships, whether it's with you, divine feminines, or whether it's within his existing connections. But all I know is that things are balancing out for both parties here. People are getting confirmations through signs, or they're getting confirmations that they need to move forward, that they need to possibly create a new canvas, a new picture on that canvas, that they need to start creating a new picture of their lives. And so I see very calm energy coming through here for the masculine and the feminine. So let's go ahead and get this confirmation for the chills card here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And so the Wheel of Fortune to me is a card of like karmic cycles or just cycles, period. It's a delay. So it's a confirmation, again, that we need to pick up the paintbrush of our lives and move forward. Okay, as long as we're choosing to move forward, as long as we are living in our truth and being authentic to who we are, it doesn't matter what other people are doing. If we're in our truth, that's all that matters. And that's just what I'm getting here. So anything that's not working in the connection as well as in your lives in general, I'm getting here, you're not to fight it. You're meant to move forward. You're meant to stop going against the grain. You're meant to pick up that paintbrush and start creating a new, fresh picture, fresh energy. Okay. 3 oh my gosh. Do you see this? This is the completion. So I see some kind of a cycle here that's stuck, but guess what? When you choose to be in your authentic self and get in the zone of who you are, do you see what you create? You create completion. You come full circle with some sort of a lesson, some sort of cycle. New doors can now open. Old chapters that aren't working, old ways that are not working in our favor are being changed now and transformed. Why? Because now we are in our own authenticity. We are in our power. We are in the zone. We have taken the time to balance our mind, body, and soul. We're in that energy. And I do want to point out that the 3 of Pentacles came up a few times in this reading here, and that really showcased the feminine and the masculine simultaneously working together, even if it's not in physical form, but energetically towards the same goal. So do you see this? Even if you're not together in the world, you're still in the world energetically together, making a difference for the world, for yourselves and each other's worlds. So it's about working together. I love it. All right, 222. Interesting that we get a 2 of Cups, you guys. So right now we already know that the connection is imbalanced, okay? One of the very first cards that we got for the feminine here, what did we get here? There's so many cards that came through. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the 2 of Pentacles. I thought it was the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups being in the reverse position. Again, your connection is imbalanced right now. So we need balance. We need to pay attention to the people that are in our lives as well as the people that are entering into our lives. They all have things to teach us. And so what I'm getting here as we kind of let go of things that aren't working and we allow spirit to move us forth, maybe perhaps in new directions, going through new doors, we open ourselves up to new people, new partnerships. Doesn't have to be romantic. We could be talking friends, soul family, family members, coworkers, whatever. It's just about getting into the world, no longer being stuck in this imbalanced energy with the feminine or the masculine. We're not concentrated that our twin flame connection just isn't working right now. We know that there's work that we have to do. We know that there's work and there's things that have to be cleared. And so we're allowing this to take place. While we're in this imbalance, we're going to go ahead and put everything else into balance, which will of course restore the balance in this way of like a cosmic way. I don't know. I can't really describe what it is that I'm getting here from spirit, but it's kind of like what you do, not only in your partnership, but in other partnerships, affects your partnership, and then it affects the world, it affects the collective, it affects the vibration of the planet and everything. Twin flames came together, obviously, to do just that. Not the only reason you came together, but there's this energy here of how you restore and balance other connections besides your twin flame connection can actually really help you to balance your connection. So it's like there's lessons in the form of other partnerships around you. So if those things are out of balance, and it's like you want your masculine or your feminine to be in balance with you, it's kind of like you got to pay attention to the other situations that are in your life, because if you've got other partnerships that are imbalanced, how can you create balance here? So it's like using, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but it's like using other partnerships in your life to learn from for your twin flame connection, if that makes sense. So if you can't make other connections work, how the hell are you going to make your twin flame connection work? I don't know. That's just what I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and get another card here. What are we creating? Compromise. Two people being on the same page. So this is completely different than this card. Two people are not compromising when the Two of Cups comes up reverse, but in this card, it does. Why? Because we are focused on balancing out other areas of our lives, working on ourselves, creating a new picture. We're not staying stuck. We're not sitting around sulking over the fact that something isn't working right now with our twin flame. We're getting out there. We're creating something. We're creating a new picture. We're getting out there in the world. We are making a difference. We are positively moving forward in the world. We're not staying stuck in whatever cycles aren't working anymore. We're clearing energy. If something isn't working, we're moving on to the next. That's what we're doing. We're not fighting the inevitable anymore. We're not fighting things that aren't moving or that aren't working. So that's what I'm getting here for the future of this connection, is that we're painting a new picture. Signs confirming from spirit through other people or numbers will help you to balance out your energy with your twin flame connection. So I'm seeing you got to get out into the world, though, and experience other partnerships. Again, I'm not suggesting twin flames getting into other romantic partnerships unless that's what you want. But what I am stating here, though, is that we can't just sit and stay stuck in the energy here. This is imbalanced right now. We already see that we've got some work we need to do. The masculine and feminine both need to do work. So in the meantime, you might as well be in an energy of creating. And this did come up for the feminine. Let me grab it. The energy of the feminine is that she is no longer going to be, if I can find the damn card, she's no longer going to be in that energy, being blocked. She's going to be in the Ace of Wands energy, being admired, shining like a star. Do you see that? So I really feel like I'm speaking to more feminines out there than I am masculines, which is why a lot of my readings are really showcased in that way. But feminines, that's just what I'm getting here. We've got to pick up that paintbrush and start creating a new picture, a new story. And this fresh energy, I feel, is enough to bring some sort of compromise within your twin flame connection. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the reading with some messages from the angels in regards to the connection right now. We have life review. Wow. Archangel Jeremiah, it says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is imbalanced. Do you see that, you guys? So this is the deal. This is a time to take inventory. It's one of my favorite things to say. Take personal inventory. You cannot expect other people to, treat you a certain way that you feel like, maybe you feel like someone is doing you wrong. You're masculine. He's not showing up for you. He's not doing this and doing that. But what about yourself? Are you in that energy? Are you in that energy? Have you taken the time to review or take personal inventory? And if you have, is that being expressed in your life as a whole, or, other things in your life in disarray? Our energy and who we are will be affected. Our environment will reflect that. So it's kind of like we need to take some personal inventory and do some work if it's needed. We want our twin flame connection to be, this perfect connection, come into union, let's move forward with success and this and that. But if your life is in disarray, or your masculine's life is in disarray, we've got to clean up our side of the street. And sometimes when you clean up your side of the street, the other person is not ready to do it. And that's why you should never do it to get the other person to do it. You got to come from a place of, real truth, as in, I did it and I'm ready. And I'm doing it for myself, to free myself. I'm not really doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. It's kind of like forgiveness. We don't necessarily forgive to, tell the other person it's okay what you did to me, because let's be honest, you're not really okay with what they did. What they did was a shitty thing, but you're not willing to carry around the darkness or the just the feelings of the barriers that it creates for you, the heaviness that it creates on your soul. You're no longer willing to do that, so you forgive for that reason. Okay, so there's this energy here of, it's about taking your own personal inventory during this time, or maybe you and your masculine are not together, or masculines, you and your feminine not being together. It's a time for us to really take personal inventory and to start to resolve and to change and to heal anything that's imbalanced right now. It's a great time to do that. We have crystal clear intentions, Archangel Michael. It says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So the thing is, if we can clear a lot of things that are imbalanced and clear a lot of negative energy that's either surrounding us in the form of our own behaviors or other people, we can get very clear about our intentions. We can raise our vibration. So it's a time for us to kind of review our life. This is the end of the year. It's a great time to do that. Figure out what you want to take into 2019. And we have teaching and learning. For some of you, you have something to teach. You have something to learn. Some of you have something to teach and learn. We all, even teachers, have something to learn. I don't really consider myself to be a teacher, but I am a reader, a tarot card reader. But I love to, watch other tarot card readers and go, wow, I never considered to read that card in that particular way. I think I'm going to go ahead and consider that. So there's all kinds of things that we do as, I guess, teachers. We learn from other people. Teachers learn from their students as well. I've had so many people, so many clients that basically come to me and give me a new perspective on something, and I'm just like, holy shit, I would have never thought about that. So we have to open ourselves up to basically, realizing that we don't know everything, that there's always something to learn, that we're constantly evolving. We don't know it all. And it's not even about that destination. A lot of people will think, well, when I'm 100% healed, or when I do this or I do that, then this will happen. It's not the destination. It is the journey, and it's a continual journey. So you'll never really reach that destination. And so it's just about enjoying the journey along the way. So teaching and learning, for some of you, that might be something that Archangel Zadkiel is saying, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So it is about, teaching other people. Some of you may be going into that. Some of you are reviewing your life's purpose, that you want to teach, or that you want to learn a new concept. You want to take a class, something like that. So there's a clearing of energy so we can get very crystal clear about what we want to do, and then go into either teaching or learning, and or both is what I'm getting here. I love it. So we're going to get 3 cards from the Grace cards from Cheryl Richardson. We have choice. Interesting. Choice, gratitude, and release. So let's read them all. Choice. For every action, there is a reaction. Choose wisely. Interesting. So, to me, this is kind of a card of karma. What we put out there is going to come back. Okay. And sometimes what we put out there, something else comes back. Like if you have an expectation, you do something and you're expecting that somebody's going to meet you the same exact way that you put out the energy. Sometimes that doesn't happen. And when that doesn't happen, then you're faced with another choice as to what were your intentions by putting something out there? Or, did you only do it to get something? Sometimes these things happen for us to kind of, again, take personal inventory. What do I have to learn from this? This is also about seeing people that are an issue or a problem, as in your masculine or your feminine, as in you made this choice as a twin flame to choose this partner to learn and to teach in this lifetime. So it's kind of like, we're not victims. A lot of, when I say a lot, some people that I've heard on this twin flame journey will just like blame their twin flame, and just like curse them. I hate them. I hope they die and all this. And it's just like, wait a second, you're totally missing the whole concept of why you chose this person. You chose this person to trigger you. You chose this person to learn something. So if you're not getting that, it's probably best to just kind of, close the chapter on this situation, and maybe it will come up later when you're ready. I don't know. But the thing is, for every choice that we make, there's a reaction. So again, this is also about personal inventory. We need to review on how we are affecting the situation. We need to see things from other people's points of view. Okay? So if our side of the street isn't clean, how can we expect somebody else's side of the street to be clean? So again, there's this energy here of choices. The choices that we make, the words that we use, the energy that we put out into the universe, how we present ourselves to others. This is going to be mirrored back to us. So is that in alignment? There's some energy there. We have gratitude. I just got, again, being grateful. Instead of looking at this situation as a curse, you got to be grateful for this experience. Be thankful. A grateful heart is like a magnet drawing toward in a wealth of abundance. So again, when we're in a state of grace, we're not in a state of fear, being pissed, feeling like a victim. We're just going to recreate that. Again, law of attraction coming up here. What we put out is what we're going to get back. If you're in a state of grace, you're going to get more of that, is what Spirit's saying. So this is about raising our vibration. And again, that's why we got to review. We got to take some time to review how we've been doing stuff. I know a lot of us like to think that we're so evolved and we've got it all figured out. And then something happens through a situation or whatever, and we're just like, holy shit, I guess I'm not as great as I thought I was, or I'm not as evolved as I thought I was. And so you have something to learn, and you have something that maybe now that you've learned that lesson, you can maybe teach to other people. But whatever, there's something about the choices. For every choice that we make, there is a reaction. There's consequences as well. Sometimes people make choices and they're making choices based on their own fear or their own issues, and then there's a consequence. Maybe somebody doesn't want to forgive us. Maybe somebody doesn't want to give us a second chance. And so there's that energy here where we got to kind of sit in our shit. And so for the feminine and the masculine in this situation, again, this is an energy here where maybe the masculine's done something, maybe the feminine's done something. And because of these choices, now there's this energy here of, what do I do with this? Do I cry about it? Do I become a victim? Do I stay pissed? Do I stay angry? Or do I get really clear about what this means and what it has to teach me and what it has to do for my life? Am I grateful for this experience, or am I casting it out like it's a pile of shit that I don't want? We have to get crystal clear about what we want on this journey, is what I'm getting here. So it's kind of like, that's why the life review card is. For some of you twin flames, you might decide to get off of this twin flame journey, that it's no longer working for you, that you're not in alignment, or maybe the person you thought was your twin flame, you're like, you know what, it's not my twin flame. Whatever the situation is, some of you may be getting off of this journey coming into 2019. That's your New Year's resolution. You're no longer going to watch these YouTube videos. You're no longer going to do this and do that. Great. Everybody has to do what's best for them. But for some of you, it's about getting really crystal clear about what this twin flame journey really is and what it's not. And realizing that our own energy is really dictating a lot of what's happening to us on our twin flame journey. So it's about being in an energy of grace, in a state of gratitude. And this will really help to release a lot of negative, low vibrational energies. Let go. When we release our attachment to the outcome, we follow the power of grace to work its magic. So this is the thing. This is telling you, whatever expectations that you have placed on this person, that's my twin flame. it's meant to be, we're coming together, there's no other person for me, all those other things. That is an attachment thinking. Now, there's a difference between faith and attachment, okay? So it's a very fine line. So I don't want to, say anything negative about people that are in unwavering faith, people that just know that at some point they're masculine and feminine, they will be coming together. That's not the kind of energy I'm talking about, but I'm talking about a very codependent, obsessive, I need energy. I'm going to die without this person. That's the kind of negative attachment that I'm talking about. We've got to release this energy. We've also got to release our own behaviors, our own defects, our own shit. We've got to release that if we want or expect somebody to do the same. We've got to level up this year is what Spirit's saying. And we're reviewing things in a very big way. So I know that this isn't even the last week in December, but I mean, I swear it feels like it's just like, this is the end of the year. It's like, do you want to move forward on this journey in a much more enlightened, positive way? Or do you want to take some of this old crap that hasn't been working for you of all of 2018 or however long it's been? Do you want to continue going through these same negative cycles, the same lower vibrational, heavy energy? Or do you want to lift these blocks and clear this energy and learn something from it and review it like a lesson rather than viewing it as a curse? So people that are cursing the twin flame connection, the twin flame journey, I don't know how to say this in a positive way. You don't understand what the twin flame journey is all about, and it may not be suited for you to stay on the journey, moving forward or just at this point until you come to some other realization. But there's definitely this energy here of we've got to make a choice. We got to make choices for us, of course, as well as twin flames. But there's something for us to learn. There's something for us to get clear about. There's something for us to release. And the one thing that I do know that's screaming out more than anything is we got to get in the state of grace. We got to be grateful for this experience. We can't curse it anymore. We can't be pissed that somebody is not ready or somebody is not choosing us at this time. We have to be okay with our own energy. We have to get to a point where we're healthily detached to the outcome of this twin flame connection. We have to be able to move forward in our lives and empower ourselves. And I feel that this will in turn empower the twin flame that isn't showing up for the connection right now. It will help to kind of pull them up energetically and to help them to get into a higher vibrational state. So if you want your twin flame to get in a higher vibrational state, you've got to get there first. You just have to. You got to release any of this crap that's just no longer serving you. And the choice is yours, is what Spirit's saying. You can continue to make the same choices over and over again. You can continue to go in the same circles if you want to. Absolutely, it's free will. But do you really want to? Does it really feel good, or do you feel heavy and shitty? I want to move forward into 2019 with some fresh, crystal clear, brand new energy. I feel like just personally, I have learned some lessons at the tail end of this year that were a little, I don't know, surprising, I guess, things that you didn't see coming. But, through these experiences, it's like, holy shit, I really am like learning something about myself. I am really learning to clear some of this baggage or some of this energy that really isn't serving me. It's not serving me. It's not serving my connection. It's not serving people that are around me. The choices that I make, wherever I'm operating at, these choices that I'm making, they are affecting people either in a positive or a negative way. And so I can review myself and go, I can take personal inventory and see where I fucked up. And so if some of you are in that energy where you're, still kind of struggling with that or still kind of not getting the lesson or deriving the lesson from either other people or from your twin flame, this is an energy here where we've got to make some different choices. We got to release some of the old behaviors. We got to release some of the old ways of thinking and get more into that state of grace. And maybe when we're in that state of grace, we can really, be a beacon of light to other people and teach them, in a higher vibrational energy. And that includes me, you guys. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. Holy crap, that was an hour long. I don't even know where the time went, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.